So the offseason is finally coming to an end, and I want to talk about the Dodgers because I feel like a lot of the discourse on MLB Twitter and just things in general I've been reading that the Dodgers didn't really do anything this offseason, and they just haven't had a successful offseason as the fans envisioned that they would have. So today I kind of just want to talk about the recent signings and of course the trades they did, just reviewing them pretty much, because I think the Dodgers kind of made a sneaky, really good team. Now, of course, they didn't really resign a lot of all-stars in the offseason, but they still got a lot of good pieces that I think is going to be really good in that Dodger blue. So starting off, I want to talk about David Peralta because he just signed with the Dodgers literally last night on February 10th. Now, the reason I really like David Peralta for the Dodgers is because this guy is coming off a decent season in his eyes. Now, of course, he's played a lot better in years prior, but the dude's coming off a 255 batting average, a 317 OBP, and he's just a really good bat to have, especially if you needed something for your left field. The good thing about David Peralta is he can hit on average. The dude is only guaranteed around $5.5 million, so it's not that expensive, but in incentives can max it out all the way to $8 million. And that's if David Peralta really becomes like his young self. David Peralta, as we know, is someone that's a silver slugger, a gold glover, especially in 2019, he won that gold glove. And he's just someone that's going to hit for average. He's just going to be that guy that, hey, every once in a while have a really good hot streak in a month. And, some other times you're just going to be an average MLB player. And that's okay because the Dodgers still have some superstars that you don't need to worry about every single position. You still have Freddie Freeman, you still got Mookie Betts, you got some people that are just going to keep hitting those balls. And also, I feel like a sleeper signing you guys had was JD Martinez. JD Martinez, of course, he's very injury prone, but he's someone that can hit, man. He is going to be a home run hitter as long as his back doesn't give out on him. I think JD Martinez is just perfect for this Dodgers lineup, right? According to Fangraphs, they have him slotted at your 5th position, so he's going to be before Gavin Lux, but right behind Max Muncy. Max Muncy is going to be hitting cleanup, and I think JD Martinez, yes, he's getting a bit older, but he's still some guy that's going to go out there and hit really well. Now, last season, JD Martinez didn't put up the season he wished he had, and that's of course due to a lingering injury. Now, last year he had a 274 average, he had an OBP of 341 and a slug of 448. He was an all-star last season, and he rightfully so deserved it. At the end of the season, he didn't really perform as he wished he could have just because of injuries, but that's okay. I think when he goes back to the Dodgers this 2023 season, it's going to be a really good person to have in your lineup, especially since he's a veteran. Now, looking at this Dodgers lineup, a lot of these people are veterans, right? Freddie Freeman has been in the league for 12 years. Mookie Betts has been in the league for 8 years. Max Muncy's been in the league for 6 years. You got JD Martinez at 11 years. And you got David Peralta at 8 years, man. The youngest guy you have on your squad is Miguel Vargas, but you just actually had a contract done with him for 2 years. Now, of course, that's probably to avoid arbitration, but hey, it's still nice to know that the Dodgers are caring about their young players. Now, you guys also signed a couple of pitchers in free agency like Noah Syndergaard. Now, Noah Syndergaard had an okay season last year, right? His ERA was pretty high, so it was like a 4.43 between the two teams he was on. He was on the Angels and he was on the Phillies, but at the end of the year on the Phillies, he didn't look too bad. He did come out of the pen instead of starting games for the Phillies in the playoffs, but hey, that's okay. I think Noah Syndergaard will have a bounce back year for the Dodgers because the Dodgers are always notorious for helping pitchers get their stuff under control and get them back to their prime shape. Now, the reason I like this a lot for you guys is because he's slotted 4th in your starting pitching rotation. Now, I honestly think Dustin May should be above Noah Syndergaard, but according to Fangraphs, they have him in your 4th rotational spot. Now, let's not also forget, you guys did a really decent trade that I generally really enjoy. You got Miguel Rojas back. He's going to be back with the Dodgers after coming up with the Dodgers a long time ago. Miguel Rojas is a guy that was really annoying to play against in the NL East. Just watching him play, he's always someone that's really consistent. The defense is going to be there. He's not always going to be a hitter that hits above average, but he's still going to get on base. He's not going to be a below average hitter. If he is, that means something's wrong with him. Miguel Rojas is an amazing person to have on your team, and he's a clubhouse guy, man. People like him in the clubhouse. The Dodgers were excited to get him back, and I know he was excited, especially he shared his feelings on the Chris Rose podcast, which you could just check out on YouTube. You could probably look it up. But dude, Miguel Rojas is back with the Dodgers, and he's going to be filling in your shortstop for now. Now, do I think he's going to be playing there for a very long time? I don't know. The Dodgers did give him an extension, and they got him at a really cheap price. So hey, props to you, Dodgers. And a lot of people are upset with this offseason because they felt like they haven't done much. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people think that the Dodgers are trying to reset their luxury tax so they can afford Shohei Ohtani next year. Now, would Shohei Ohtani definitely help the Dodgers? Of course. Shohei Ohtani is just an amazing ball player. He's going to slot into your pitching rotation. He's going to be, an extra DH bat you could split between him and JD Martinez, whoever's playing DH during that day. Shohei Ohtani is a guy that's probably going to get $500 million next year, and him with the Dodgers just makes sense. They're a team that, has a really good farm system. I'm sure they could probably trade for him at the deadline. They have a bunch of prospects. I think personally, if Shohei Ohtani did eventually get traded to the Dodgers, now as hypothetical and you guys signed an extension with him, I think Noah Syndergaard would be out here by next year. Of course, it's only like a 1-year contract, I believe he signed. But hey, if Shohei Ohtani gets traded at the deadline, he's going to the pen immediately. Shohei Ohtani is an all-star, and that's pretty much all I could say about that. But even though sometimes I like to talk about the future, let's talk about the present, because the Dodgers still have a really good rotation and a lineup, right? You still got Mookie Betts, like I said earlier. You got Freddie, Freeman. Those guys have been constantly in MVP talks for the last couple of years. Mookie Betts is insane. He had a super hot streak in, I think it was either September or the late August or something like that, and the dude was just hitting bombs left and right. Honestly, the Dodgers always just look scary. There's just no one in this lineup that you're just like, oh my god, I just, it's an easy out, right? The only one I could see being quote unquote an easy out is Trayce Thompson, just because he hasn't had that much time in the league, or Miguel Vargas, which is supposed to be batting ninth, which I don't know if that's actually going to work out because Miggy should be playing, but they have him on the bench. But this lineup is deadly, man. You got Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman still, Will Smith, one of my favorite catchers in all of baseball. He's super fun to watch. I love his walk-up song. I got Max Muncy still, JD Martinez, Gavin Lux, Trayce Thompson, David Peralta, and Miguel Vargas. What else do you need, man? Like, would you guys wish they signed Trey Turner back? Were you guys okay with like letting him go? You guys have a decent bench too, right? You still got Chris Taylor. He's still there. Yes, he's getting older, but Chris Taylor is still a really good piece. He's a dude that could pretty much play all over in the infield, and he's just a really nice bench piece to have. And then don't get me started on your freaking rotation, dude. You got Clayton Kershaw, one of the Dodgers' best pitchers of all time. Julio Urias, which is amazing. Tony Gonsolin, that dude's nuts. Noah Syndergaard, like I said, Dustin May, and you still have your ace that is, recovering from his surgery, just being injured and stuff like that. He's not playing, Walker Buehler. The bullpen I could see being a bit of an issue, but hey, at the end of the day, if the bullpen is an issue, I'm sure they will make trades at the deadline. I think the Dodgers are a really good team, and I see them doing really well come 2023. The Dodgers are just going to be fun to watch, man. I'm excited for spring training. I know some of their prospects are going to play. Not all the players are going to play, but I'm very excited. And yeah, I know this stemmed from talking about David Peralta because he just got signed. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Have a good one. Bye.